Did you know that some people are born with a divine mark of favor? If you've ever felt like you were meant for something greater, like there's a pull toward abundance, but life keeps testing you, then this message is for you. The struggles, setbacks, and delays weren't meant to break you. They were signs that God has set you apart for something extraordinary. Throughout history, those chosen for greatness faced obstacles before stepping into their blessings. But here's the good news. When God marks you, no force can stop what's coming your way. The door to unlimited riches, both spiritually and materially, is already open. Are you ready to walk through it? Before we go further, declare this right now in the comments. I am chosen for greatness. When you speak it, you claim it. And don't forget to subscribe. This channel is here to help you step into the life God has planned for you. Have you ever wondered why you feel different from those around you? Why, despite challenges, you have a deep sense that you are meant for more? That's not just a feeling, it's a divine truth. God has placed His mark on your life, setting you apart for something greater. The difficulties you face are not there to break you, but to shape you for the blessings ahead. Think of the story of Joseph in the Bible. He was sold into slavery by his own brothers and later imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit. It seemed like everything was against him, but in reality, God was preparing him for leadership. Despite the hardships, Joseph remained faithful, and in time, he was elevated to a position of great influence and wealth. His trials were not a sign of rejection, but a process of refinement. The same is true for you. The obstacles in your path are not proof that you're forgotten. They are signs that you are chosen. God's plan for your life is far greater than you can imagine. You may not see the full picture right now, but trust that He is guiding your steps. The key is to remain steadfast, keep your faith strong, and believe that you are destined for abundance. You don't need to have everything figured out. Just take one step at a time, knowing that God has already made a way for you. If you feel like you are constantly being tested, remember that gold is refined by fire. Every challenge is shaping you into the person you need to be to receive what's coming. You are not forgotten, overlooked, or ordinary. You are marked by God for something extraordinary. Many people struggle with the idea of wealth, believing it is either unattainable or even ungodly. But the truth is, God never intended for His children to live in lack. Deuteronomy 8:18 states, "But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the power to get wealth." This verse makes it clear. Prosperity is not random, it is a gift from God. He has placed within you the ability to create abundance, not just financially, but in all areas of your life. When we look at biblical figures like Abraham, Solomon, and Job, we see a pattern. These men were faithful to God, and as a result, they were blessed with incredible wealth. Their prosperity wasn't just for personal gain, it was meant to serve a higher purpose. Abraham became the father of many nations, Solomon used his wisdom to lead, and Job's restoration was a testimony of God's faithfulness. Their wealth was tied to their obedience and purpose, proving that divine riches come with responsibility. However, God's idea of wealth is not limited to money. True prosperity includes wisdom, peace, influence, and opportunities. A wealthy person in God's eyes is someone who has not only financial resources, but also the knowledge and integrity to use them wisely. Money itself is not the goal. Fulfilling God's purpose is. When you align with His plan, doors of abundance will open effortlessly. If you have been doubting your ability to succeed, remember that God has already equipped you. The talents, ideas, and skills within you are not accidents. They are tools for creating the wealth He promised. Instead of fearing success, embrace it with faith, knowing that God's blessings are meant to flow through you, not just to you. Many people believe that if they simply pray and have faith, blessings will automatically appear. While faith is essential, it must be accompanied by action. James 2:26 reminds us, "Faith without works is dead." This means that while God has marked you for abundance, it is your responsibility to take steps toward it. You cannot expect financial breakthroughs, personal growth, or success if you remain stagnant. Faith is believing, but action is proving that belief through effort. Consider the story of Peter walking on water. When Jesus called him, Peter had faith and stepped out of the boat. However, the moment he doubted, he began to sink. The lesson here is clear. Faith gets you started, but consistent action keeps you moving forward. If Peter had focused on Jesus instead of his fears, he would have walked all the way. The same applies to you. God has given you a vision, a dream, and a purpose, but you must take bold steps toward it without allowing fear to hold you back. Think about the successful people you admire, whether in business, ministry, or any other field. Their achievements were not just a result of faith, but of discipline, learning, and persistence. They prayed, but they also worked. They believed, but they also took risks. If you want to step into the riches God has planned for you, you must develop the skills, wisdom, and mindset needed to manage them. God will always provide opportunities, but it is up to you to recognize and act on them. Doors won't always swing open on their own. You may need to knock, push, or even build your own. Faith creates the foundation, but action builds the life God has designed for you. One of the biggest obstacles to receiving God's blessings is not external circumstances, it's the mindset we carry. Many people live with limiting beliefs about wealth, success, and even their own worthiness. They tell themselves, "I'm not good enough. Wealth is only for a few," or "God wants me to struggle." These false ideas create invisible barriers that prevent them from stepping into the abundance God has prepared for them. God never designed you to live in lack. The Bible is filled with promises of prosperity, yet many still believe that struggling is a sign of humility or righteousness. While challenges can strengthen your faith, they are not meant to be a permanent condition. Proverbs 10:22 says, "The blessing of the Lord makes rich, and He adds no sorrow with it." This means God's blessings are meant to bring joy and fulfillment, not endless hardship. Think about the Israelites in the wilderness. They were freed from slavery in Egypt, yet they still had a slave mentality. Even after witnessing miracles, they doubted, complained, and resisted change. Because of their mindset, what should have been an 11-day journey to the Promised Land took 40 years. The same thing happens today. Many people remain stuck because they refuse to let go of old ways of thinking. If you want to experience the riches God has for you, you must renew your mind. Replace thoughts of doubt with faith, lack with abundance, and fear with confidence. Surround yourself with positive influences, learn from successful individuals, and most importantly, believe that you are worthy of God's best. The moment you break free from limiting beliefs, you will see doors open that you never imagined possible. God has a specific plan for your life, one that is uniquely designed for you. When you step into your divine calling, everything begins to align. Opportunities arise, resources flow, and you experience a sense of purpose like never before. But discovering and walking in your calling requires faith, obedience, and action. Moses, for example, doubted his ability to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. He questioned his own qualifications, but God reminded him that it was never about his ability. It was about God's power working through him. The same is true for you. You don't have to be perfect to fulfill your purpose. You just need to be willing. Many people spend their lives chasing wealth without understanding that true prosperity comes when you align with your purpose. Your calling may be in business, ministry, creativity, or leadership. Whatever it is, when you pursue it with faith, success follows. Wealth and abundance are natural byproducts of walking in God's plan. Take time to pray, reflect, and seek clarity about your purpose. Once you find it, move forward boldly. When you walk in your divine calling, you don't have to chase blessings. Blessings will chase you. Your words have power. What you speak over your life shapes your reality. Proverbs 18:21 says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue." This means that what you declare, whether positive or negative, has the ability to influence your future. If you constantly say, "I will never succeed," or "wealth isn't for me," you are unknowingly blocking the blessings God has for you. But when you declare, "I am chosen for greatness, God's abundance flows in my life, and I walk in divine favor," you are activating the promises of God. Look at the story of David. Before he became king, he spoke with confidence and faith. When facing Goliath, he didn't focus on the giant's strength. He declared victory in God's name. His words aligned with his faith, and his actions followed. You must do the same. Speak life over your finances, your opportunities, and your future. Every morning, declare God's promises over yourself. When challenges come, respond with faith-filled words instead of doubt. The more you affirm God's abundance in your life, the more you will see His blessings manifest. Your inheritance is already yours. Claim it with boldness. You are not here by accident. God has marked you for unlimited riches, and nothing can take that away. Every challenge you faced was preparing you for the blessings ahead. Now is the time to step into your purpose with faith, confidence, and action. Believe in God's promises, walk boldly, and watch how doors open for you. Before you go, comment, "I step into my divine abundance." Let your words activate your blessings. And if this message spoke to you, subscribe to Wisdom Crest for more inspiration. Your journey to greatness has already begun. Keep moving forward.